and welcome to your first video review session with No Bones About It, Puppy Day School, and Zappo. So he was here obviously 2 days last week, but we didn't have a chance to do any filming. And so what I want to do today is just cover all of kind of our foundation skills, which again, I mentioned when I emailed you last week that he's incredibly smart. He's incredibly in tune to the training process. His biggest challenges, as I see them, are just practicing not just self-control, but patience. So it's like if he doesn't get what he wants right away, meaning like he does a behavior, if he doesn't get the cookie right away, he's out. He's like moving on to the next thing. So what I'm really trying to work with him is just like longer attention span, holding behaviors longer, waiting and understanding the value of patience, really. So like even in the car, it's like if I open the car and I open the crate and he's not being allowed to come out right away. Right now it's a real struggle. It's like we are totally like, blocking, trying to get him to calm down, and he just wants out. So those are all behaviors that are going to probably become more challenging through adolescence and just his size. So we really want to work on that kind of thing, and you'll see over the next couple weeks how we try to instill those behaviors. So the first couple weeks, though, what I'm working on is just his foundation skills and his listening and attentiveness. And he's gotten much better. You said from the beginning he would respond to the word treat. He knows the word treat. But now I want him to know, like, you got to pay attention to all these other cues, and the value level stays the same. Meaning if you do these other things, the TREAT will come to you. So right now we're working just name game is our first foundation. So all I'm going to do is Zappo, yes. Okay, I love that. His ears perk up. We're using what we call a marker word, which is the word yes. The word yes tells the dog you've done the exact thing I'm looking for, and I use that word at the exact moment I see the behavior. So for, say, like a sit. So again, do I think he knows the word sit? Yes, but I think he knows it very situationally and perhaps with seeing a treat ahead of time. Zappo! Yes, good job. So I said his name. I used the marker word when he moved his head in my direction. So now we're going to try this again. Sit. Yes. So my word yes happens the second the butt hits the ground. That signifies you've done what I've asked for. Then the treat follows. I'm never going to have my treats out in front. He is constantly scanning my body. The thing is, if you watch him, when I say the word sit, he's looking around to see if I have a cookie. That is not what I need to have happen. That's why my treats need to be very much not visible to the dog. Sit. Yes. Much better. Thank you. Okay. Okay is our release cue. It tells the dog you can get up, you're finished. Zappo! Yes! Good boy. Good job. Zappo! Yes! Sit? Yes. Okay. So I want to be instilling the purpose of our release word is, again, to let the dog know I'm done with you, you're finished, you can do something else. It will eventually kind of like, I don't use the word stay for quite a while. Stay means don't move, but quite frankly, by using a marker word, our assumption is that you do not do something else or move until you hear that marker word. So it's almost like stay is implied when we get a really solid response to I'm sorry, I said the marker word, I meant the release word. So the release word is the word that tells you can do something else, and stay is implied when we're using that. So sit, yes. So his cookie comes. Okay, good boy. So in particular, when we're practicing down, what we'll see is he gets his cookie and he thinks immediately that means he's finished. And what I want him to start to understand is, no, you're not done until I tell you or you hear your word okay, which means you're finished. So let's take a look at that. Well, let me go back to the hand targeting. So hand targeting is the second foundation skill that we're learning, and that is the touch game. So touch, yes. So I did 2 touches that time before he got a treat. Touch, And it's so funny because I can see his little brain like, I did something, why is my cookie not happening? So I'm making him do more things for one treat. Touch. Yes, that time I only gave him one cue, but I'm waiting to see if he'll offer me a second hand target, a second touch before he gets his cookie. Building sort of longevity and patience. Touch. Yes. Yeah, that was kind of like a, do I have to? Touch. Yes. Good job. Very good. I love that. Okay. So that's our second foundation skill. We're going to move ahead to our down, and you're going to kind of see what I'm seeing. Zappo. Yes. Love that. Nice eye contact. I'm going to start with him on this little, very tiny little bed. Sit. He just cracks me up because it's like in his brain I can constantly see him like, what's in this for me, man? What is in this for me? Hey, pop, 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 pop. Very nice. Okay, down. And right now he's really looking for, that's frustration. Why am I not getting a cookie? I'm gonna give him a little bit of a cue, which is sort of a hint with that hand. I'm also trying to get him to just relax over on his hip a little bit so he's not so prone to getting up the second that I give him his cookie. I'm giving him multiple treats while he's down here. So again, he wants to just be done with this the minute he gets his treat. So I'm gonna hold off, stand back up, gonna keep trying to just deliver treats so he starts to understand, okay, as long as I sit down here, stay down here, I'm gonna get rewarded. And then quick, get my release cue in. Okay, very nice. That was much better than yesterday. Yesterday we were getting down, up, down, up, down, up. So again, just trying to build high. Sit. This is really common for a dog that has a busy brain. I mean, he's got a busy brain. He's like, I have things to do. And again, his brain isn't the problem. His brain is we want him to learn to zen out sometimes. Yes, good boy. Okay, sit. Yes, very nice. So we're gonna work on that again. Zappo down. It's like, what? He's very used to getting some kind of cue, I'm guessing, some kind of hand signal, because he'll generally follow that. Except for not this very moment. Come on, Bubba. Yes. Really careful about watching his body language. Is he gonna pop up? He's so fast that I want to get his treats in, and then, okay. So when I'm giving that release cue, I'm also using some body language, meaning I'm moving away from the dog so he understands. It's kind of like, okay, now you can get up, and I'm sort of almost encouraging that by my body language. Very good, very good. So even stuff like he approaches me, right now I'm kind of like luring him with I'm teasing him a little bit with these cookies up here, and if he doesn't jump up to get them, yes, I'm gonna put them on the ground. So he learns value to stay on the ground. Hi! Yes. Good boy. Not waiting for the jumping to happen. Again, I'm kind of like egging him on. Hi! Yes. Good boy. Last week, that behavior was much more like, oh my God, you have cookies, I'm gonna jump. So he's starting to figure it out. So that's kind of our first introduction to, again, some of the skills that I'm trying to build with him, which again are patience, utilizing that release word, utilizing your marker word, and we're just going to keep building on those. But again, he's like, I don't have anything in here. I don't have anything in there. So name game, hand targeting, we're working on down. I really want to get rid of that lure. That's going to take probably a little bit of time. And then building on that, kind of just relax and hang out until you hear that release cue. So he's doing great. We're super proud of him, and we'll see you guys. All right, so I'm going to show you a little bit of some of the stuff that I would work on for teaching kind of patience and self-control. So right now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to open this. I'm going to start to slowly open it and toss some treats inside. Because again, my release word, my word okay, should be the word that tells her that to tell Zappo he's allowed to come out. Okay, so if he's trying to get out of here, oh, he's being such a good boy right now, of course. So every time I close the door, open it, if he tries to come out on his own, it gets closed again. But I want to make the rewarding part be staying inside until he gets his release cue. Okay, that was very good. Good job. Same thing in the truck. Now I'm just going to have him sit here. Now all his little buddies, we just pan down and show him all the dogs that are down here. All his little buddies are already out, so this is even harder. But again, I want him to understand you don't get to come out until I give you permission, okay? And good things are going to happen to you as long as you're not trying to bust your way out. All right, that was very good. Here we go, one more. And then I'm just going to say, okay, good job. And then I'll help you out. Thank you. All right.
Yay!